Hey guys, what's going on? Fuzz here from Progress with Perfection. Watch me on my journey to do an Ironman to raise money for mental health and especially to raise some money and awareness for Mind, a great charity here in the UK that do great work with mental health. And also watch me just do an Ironman. I'm not a special athlete or anything like that. I'm just someone that decided enough's enough. I want to get fit. What better way than to just attack an Ironman? Did an Olympic distance last year in 2019 and I'm doing an Ironman in 2020. So yeah, come along, give yourself a challenge, join in, let's all do it together, and follow the story with the hashtag IronmanFuzz. This is a follow-up video for a previous visit that I had to the Boardman Performance Centre. The rider MOT session looked at some health and physiology and also aerobic fitness. That's what I'm going to sort of dig into today. If you're interested in any of this kind of stuff, you're taking your training a bit more seriously, something you're passionate about and you want to sort of, progress, highly recommend going and checking them out. The links will be in the card up there or below, and go along. So the respiratory function was one of the last parts of the rider MOT, and the whole point of it was to measure my lungs, how big they were, and if they were working properly. First measurement that I did was a vital capacity, measuring the maximum volume that I can get. My first one came in at 4.68 litres. Another reading came after that, and that came in at 5.92 litres. Next was the forced vital capacity, or FVC. I came in at 6.3 or 6.30, which was in the average range, I guess, or above average, which is pretty cool. So they take this FEV1 value, divide that by the FVC, come up with a percentage, and then gauge that against the predicted value. My value was 83%, which was 102% of what was predicted for my age and gender. After that, they stuck me on a watt bike to see how my lungs performed while exercising. So they put a mask on me to measure my VO2 and all that kind of jazz. So at least started me off at like a cadence of like 60. It's the first time I've been on a watt bike. On the screen, they give you data to look at like the optimal performance of left and right. Mine weren't that great. I thought that I would be in the green zone, but apparently it takes quite a long time and you have to be years in the saddle to hit those green targets. And my left foot was not as efficient as my right foot. So the VO2 max stuff is probably the thing that I know the least about. But I do know that for endurance events that you need to basically balance, you need to be in those low zones ish, because if you burn as you go through the zones and your heart rate rises and you start working at a higher intensity, you're going to start burning carbs, and your body's obviously limited to how many carbs it can burn, how many carbs it can store, and how many carbs it can actually take on. So that's part of the challenge in doing an endurance event. You want to train your body to be able to do something for such a long time. You want to be fit enough to be moving fast enough with your heart rate lower. As you can tell by the report, Lee put me through all the different paces, and then the watt bike scored my pedaling efficiency score and also the left-right balance. I scored roughly about 50%, dipping down to 48%, 49% in places, and 52%. That's not a great score. Like Lee said, it takes quite a long time to finesse pedaling techniques. That's something I'm definitely going to look at. And the left-right balance is also interesting because I am new to riding with cleats, and I would expect my right leg to be more efficient than my left leg. But obviously that's not the case. It's the other way around. So I'm taking all of these as base figures. It's the first time I'm looking at them, so all I can do is look forward and try and make improvements to make those numbers better in the future. I mean, at the end of the day, you can obsess about data. I'm just going to sort of take this as a baseline figure and then do the Ironman wherever, and then come back, do another reading next year or maybe after, and hopefully that'll improve. Let me know what you think about the data and everything that I've shared with you guys. Obviously, those experienced triathletes, people that know what they're talking about. I'm doing my first one in a couple of months, and it's all new to me, so let's all do it together. Like, if I can do it, you can definitely do it. And it's about just chipping away, just doing something. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to do an Ironman tomorrow, you don't have to do a 10k tomorrow, you don't have to do a 5k. It's just about doing something. I really, really believe in physical fitness keeping you mentally fit. So follow the story with the hashtag IronmanFuzz. If you can donate a couple of quid to an amazing charity, which is Mind UK, please do. It makes a big difference. They're doing amazing work with mental health. Drop me a comment, let me know what you think. and especially experienced triathletes and athletes and stuff like that. I'm attempting my first Ironman UK in about 5 or 6 months. This is the data that I got. What do you think? Tune in for the next one. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and check out some of the other videos that I've got on me doing an Ironman and other mental health and fitness bits and pieces.